And don't be a dick.
What?
Just don't be a dick. Is it on? All right.
Welcome to another episode.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got another fat theme song from Kyle Quizmundo on Riffin With Griffin. Thank you for listening once again. And this is a special movie podcast version of the podcast. And I have on once again my favorite Lee brothers, Bobby Lee,
Riffin Griffin,
and Steve Lee.
Riffin
Movie
Griffin.
Steve, get in on it. You're supposed to be rapping, Steve.
No, not this early.
It's Steve Lee and Bobby Lee.
Dude.
One is fat and one is skinny.
All right. What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Riffin With Griffin.
No.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, stop.
Whoa, whoa.
Stop it. No. Rap. See, rap. You can rap.
I'm too tired.
You're too tired to rap?
Yeah, what is your problem right now, dude?
I don't know.
Turn the music down.
Wait.
Your attitude right now, fuck you, dude.
What do you mean?
With your attitude right now, dude.
What do you mean?
We asked you to be a part of this group, and now you're having an attitude?
What are you talking about? You were like, if I don't get a Red Bull, you're not going to come.
No.
How dare you?
Dude, I filmed 2 podcasts yesterday myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, relax. I didn't know.
And my Patreon is struggling severely. Severely struggling.
Why are you going to have him red zone from minute second?
because-
What are you getting angry
If you want to
about?
compare the numbers of your Patreon and my Patreon, it's in a different
Yeah, I know.
stratosphere. Okay?
I started before you.
I know, and I.
Why do you fist?
Wait, and I talked to my therapist about it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
What'd
I
they say?
realized I can't. It's like apples and oranges. He's got decades on me. Mm-hmm. I just started
But
to
we're
try
brothers.
to. I know. It's just my frustration of I'm trying to like at least be self-sustainable too. That's all.
You will
Right.
be.
That's all.
Yeah.
And so it's just frustrating that like because I spend a lot of time on my Patreon.
Yeah.
We should just. Why am I even doing like?
It's
You
okay.
know what you should spend time on?
What?
Brushing your teeth. Because when I got in the car, your breath was like Chernobyl, dude.
Well, can I defend myself?
Yeah.
How you don't know.
I went to the dentist.
This is
Eric.
undefendable.
I went to the dentist.
Okay, what'd they say?
I have a hole. I have an actual hole. Like a well.
Okay, do you have a
On one of my teeth right here.
And is it like?
Do you want me to show you a picture?
Is it holding?
No, don't show the fuck.
Is it holding funk in it? Is that what like it's like capturing and it's staying in there? Is that
Well,
what's
I
happening?
know this. You know how that there's nerves there?
Yeah. Mhm.
The nerve is dead now.
All the nerves
So
are dead
now
in
I'm
his
going to be
teeth.
dealing, if I don't go back and get it pulled, it's like
Infection.
You're gonna
infection.
rot. Well, you have to go do it.
He's on antibiotics right now, right?
No,
Look
I
him out.
ran
well,
out.
you guys need to
Oh,
go
you
to.
ran out
I
of it?
ran out.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
But can I
you
say?
ran
Can I
out?
say this though?
What?
Bobby,
Go
can
ahead.
you step in?
I know. Who the fuck paid for it?
Yeah, he helped me. He helped me
Okay.
out. Yeah. He helped me out.
I didn't know help you out. I did all of it.
All right. Man, this is a horrible start, man. I didn't want
What do you
this.
mean? Yeah,
what
I know.
This is
Just
supposed
relax,
to be.
breathe.
This is supposed to be Eric G.
Breathe.
Doosley movie review.
I know.
We're
And
doing
I
it.
don't
I know,
know
we're
why
gonna
we're
do
talking
it.
about my teeth and my Patreon.
Because
it has
when-
nothing to do with movies.
because
I'm
when we
sorry.
go to the
Hold on, I want
movie-
to make an amends.
Okay, make
I'm
amends.
sorry.
All right, this is.
I'm
some
just gonna
AA shit.
I'm gonna be chill now.
Okay,
This
you
is
got it.
self. This is
Woosah.
my self.
Okay, relax. I just
problems.
I want to help you. I'm your
we're
brother.
gonna
I
help
love
you.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
But let's also talk about how he doesn't have a Netflix account. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
This is why this is a horrible start.
Yeah.
These are the reasons why it's a horrible start because all of these things are like just individual problems.
I know,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna
but-
fix it
And
as a
this
team.
is a collective podcast.
We're gonna
should
click
I
it
know,
as a
I
we
team.
just-
should be talking
just-
about like movies.
Hey, you're the one that brought up your teeth.
I know.
You act like we were like, "Hey, Steve, how's your teeth? How's it? How's the hole?"
There's a hole. There's a big hole.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna fix that.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, the dentist said that he
now
has such
it's
an infection that the nerves have died, and now he has to be antibiotics because he could just get like some cancerous thing.
Okay, we're gonna
in
have
his
to
mouth.
take care of that.
But what my question to you is, why didn't you brush before?
Like knowing,
I mean, because
like
I'm
knowing
gonna-
you have a mouth infection.
Because in American society, right?
like, what are you doing?
Dude, Eric.
Yeah.
I brush my teeth.
Okay,
Yeah.
he
I
brushed
use
it.
Crest whitening, whatever the best stuff is out there.
You swear to God you do. You floss and you brush your teeth
I
every
don't
day.
Okay, hold up. You didn't ask me if I flossed. You didn't ask me if I flossed.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
asked me if I
In
brushed my
his
teeth.
defense.
I brush my teeth
Yeah.
He brushed it.
twice a day.
Yeah.
Once in the morning,
Yeah.
in the shower, and then at night.
Okay.
All right.
And so
I don't know. I
just
think
have a
it's
genetic
the sugars.
disposition.
It's the sugars, maybe.
maybe
it's
the
the
sugars.
sugars.
Yeah. He's making his own shirts.
I know. I
yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah. I like it too.
Well, you need to take care of your health too.
Why?
Motherfucker. Mr.
Yeah,
Like,
I
got
have,
results back.
I have blood results back,
Yes.
saying that I have high blood pressure.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the precipice of diabetes.
See what I'm saying?
We have to cut your
not-
foot off.
Yeah, but when I open my mouth, flowers don't die.
Hey, why are you laughing, man?
yeah. So
I gotta say,
yeah.
Why you
that
laughing, man?
that is literally the first time I've
He's
ever
ever
heard
laughed.
Aaron laugh out loud
Aaron,
like that.
why you doing that, man?
yeah.
Don't do that to me, Aaron.
All right, so
Bobby's killing.
Here's another thing, my brother. I know we're gonna go into
Why
movies.
is it?
We're getting into movies.
Well, not yet, not yet
please
though.
get
Not
into
yet
the
though. Not
movies.
yet though.
Almost.
Right?
Please get
right.
into the
So
movies.
you said something before we even started that I'm an incel.
You are an incel.
Why do you say that?
Well, first of all, let's clarify what an incel is. It means involuntarily celibate.
Right.
And you could only a male could be an incel. It's dudes.
Okay.
Right.
And I'll tell you who's not an incel. There's the terminology in this whole community.
did you look it
There's
up?
a Chad,
Okay.
which is like the Brad Pitt,
Chris
Ryan
D'Elia.
Gosling.
Let's just say Chris D'Elia.
Well, D'Elia's he's a Chad. He's a good-looking,
Yeah, Theo
handsome
Von.
man.
Theo Von is a
Chad.
Chad.
Well-
and then there's the beta. There's the betas.
What's a beta?
You're a beta. I'm a beta. I think we're all.
What's a beta?
A beta's like if you're under a certain height, you're a beta. If you look a certain way, you're a beta.
Okay, this says incels are members of an online subculture who define themselves as unable to find a romantic or sexual partner despite desiring one. A state that they describe as inceldom. Self-identity incels are largely white and are almost exclusively male heterosexuals.
Bro. In the last
None of us.
25 years, right? How many girlfriends have I had?
But the thing is, you bypass the system somehow.
You're like
Wait.
Asian Morpheus.
Wait.
You know what I mean?
So what you're saying?
You found a loophole in the Matrix. Yeah, you found
what
a
you're
loophole.
saying
You
is
found a
that
loophole in the Matrix,
I'm
my friend.
an ugly person who shouldn't get women.
I mean,
and I
you're
bypass
smart. 'Cause you're smart.
because I'm bright.
no, you're funny.
You kind of navigated around the system and found a backdoor entrance way. And you didn't, because he's smart. Because when in the 90s, he's like, you know what? When he was working in the kitchen, remember?
What
He's
kitchen?
Like, well, you're working at the Aston, the La Jolla Cove restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
you worked at a Cove restaurant?
He realized, God, I'm not gonna get girls this way. You know what? I'm gonna go to the Comedy Store and work the door, and then I'm gonna do this, go on tour with Pauly, and then boom, 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 and then it's like incels who like.
No, but he's not. But that's totally off the beaten path.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
These incels, they feel like they have no way, nothing they can do, they can get women. But also, there's a negative connotation to it too. These people also feel like they can just do whatever they want to women.
Oh
so.
my God! You fucking. Let me say something to you right now. All right?
wait.
I'm so livid at you right now. Are you fucking out of your mind, dude? Right? You say I'm genetically ugly. I can't get any women.
Well, we both are.
No, you're not.
We all are.
You're not. I'm like,
Hey, don't get me in
yeah.
this.
Oh, you're ugly, dude.
Okay, whoa.
You're ugly, dude. All right.
Whoa.
All right. That's
Whoa.
not
very attractive.
No, that's not attractive.
We all
He's
are.
the hottest one
No,
of
we
the
all are.
three of
He
us.
is cutest
no.
one.
Okay,
yeah.
you're the cutest one
No,
of the
the
three
thing
of
is,
us.
incels. We're all incels, man.
we're not.
No, we're not, dude.
No, you figured
You
it out.
have a girlfriend.
No, it doesn't. No, you guys figured it out.
No, let me.
No.
Wait,
You're gonna get fucking hurt, dude. All right, you're on my last fucking nerve right now, dude. All right,
We have
so
to
let me
all-
talk.
no.
Just let me talk.
calm down, Steve.
All right,
Get back
calm
into
down,
the picture.
Get back into the picture, okay? All right. I'm calm.
First of all, let me tell you why you're not an incel at all, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, because
No, I am.
You have a
I-
girlfriend and you live
Doesn't
in
matter.
like a
Doesn't
hovel,
matter.
and she
Doesn't
still
matter.
is with you.
Just for the fact
He's
that
on
I'm
TV.
5'4", 5'5". You can't, and ethnic.
But that's in
and
the Asian community. You
no,
think that, like,
that's
what?
I'm an incel. That's incel stuff. Yeah.
It's
That-
No, it's
I know,
not.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
You need to relook up this guy.
yeah, you don't know that you don't know what you're
what
talking
it
Well,
about.
I'll tell you
yeah.
this much. Well, then, what am I alpha or am I a beta?
You're probably a beta.
Because if you're exactly, so
Yeah.
that means since I'm a then that qualifies me more as an incel.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it does. It does.
No, like,
it does.
in
it
a
does.
pack of wolves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have one alpha.
Yeah.
The one leader.
No, that's not true. There could be several alphas. Like
Not in a pack.
okay,
In a pack.
okay, I agree with you on that.
It's a fact.
I know, I agree with you on that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry. All right.
Okay, yeah,
So,
yeah.
listen to me. All right.
Yeah.
So, what you're telling me in a wolf pack, you have one alpha male
Yes.
leading the pack, right?
Yes.
So, all the other dudes in this pack of wolves,
I got
are fucking incels.
Okay, all right. That's a great analogy. I like the wolf pack analogy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with
God,
you on
help
that.
us.
Oh my
But
God.
okay, why is it? I'm going to ask you this. Then they all look up to Elliot Rodger, the Santa Barbara killer. He was half Asian, half white,
Because
and
I'm-
he was not ugly, but
Okay.
yet the incel community looks up to Elliot
Because
Rodger.
It's not
Listen,
about
listen,
necessarily
listen, listen.
attractiveness.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
What?
Okay. When
Why
was-
are we even
no,
talking about
Because
this?
you
This
accused
is
me
a
of being-
movie review show. It's a movie. We haven't mentioned one movie.
We will.
We will.
Okay.
This is the
We will.
intro.
This is the intro. But I need to get this off my chest.
Get it
okay?
off your chest.
All right. So here's the deal, dude. When I was a young man in high school, and then when I graduated from high school, I had crushes on women, and I would hang out with them, right? And I would hang out with them for months. I would never express myself.
Yeah, he'd watch him sleep.
I watched.
Like look at their toes.
The truth is coming out, so you were a creep.
There was one girl.
sorry.
Named Tara Black, where I
You were
looked at her
staring
toes.
at her while she was
I
sleeping?
looked at her toes. When
Where
she was
was she sleeping and
But
you
he
were
made
there?
it seem like that's my move.
That what it might be.
No,
the
it's
move.
not my move. All right.
You know?
So here's the deal, okay? But in all those times where I hung out with those women, later in life, I've talked to them.
Okay.
They go, "How come you never made a move?"
Yeah.
Right?
That happens
And
to me too.
I worked with a guy who was a dwarf at a coffee shop back in the early '90s.
Yeah.
But they,
And he
they
was
get
always
a lot of pussy.
He
though.
was always, but he had also a face like this, right?
well, this at the Panicking during the Panicking
Just
days?
listen, he had a
All
face
right.
like this, okay?
Yeah. Oh shit!
we're out.
My mic went out.
my
What
mic
did you
went out.
do?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
All right, so
Sorry, Aaron.
So there was this dwarf, right? And he always had women.
Right?
And I walked up to him one day, and because I saw him at a bar with this really hot chick.
Probably regular size too.
You know, model,
Yes, ridiculous.
right?
In La Jolla.
In La Jolla, and I go, hey, I used to talk like you. I go, hey, how do you get women like that? Yeah, and he goes, he looks at me right in the eyes. He goes, Bobby, I've never seen you try. Oh. He goes, I go up to bat 100 times. I might strike out 99 times, but I always hit one. Right? That taught me that
It's a numbers game.
it's a numbers game. It's not.
Yeah.
There was something inside me that had this fear of rejection, right? But it has nothing to do with my look, because once I figured it out that I'm going to go and just start, hitting on chicks and not take it personally when I can't get them.
that prepared you. That prepared you for Hollywood, because that's the audition process.
That's the audition process in Hollywood,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not an incel.
No, you guys are missing the point.
Oh my gosh!
Because
this guy.
ultimately, it doesn't matter what you do, how far you go in your career. If you want to, like, they label it looks maxing, like doing, whatever to make yourself look better. Most women, they won't admit it, but they're ultimately like all going after like the top 20%.
That's
the top 20%
fucking
of
true at
men.
all. I'll tell you why.
Yeah, they would never admit it, but
Oh my
they're
God, you're gonna drive me
they
crazy.
ultimately want like the Brad Pitt, like
No, they don't.
They
dude.
want the good-looking guy.
No, they don't. No,
Yeah.
they don't, dude.
We all have.
Like, can I just say
We've
something?
all been in
I know,
relationships.
but also
Yeah.
just listen to what
Yeah.
you're, what I'm saying. Okay, is that a lot of women respond to maybe that is some women.
Yeah.
Some women respond to
especially when they're young.
when they're young. They go, they always say, "I'm looking for someone funny," but then when you meet their boyfriends, they're the most
This
unfunniest
motherfucker's not
people,
funny
at all, right?
Yeah. Which one of his packs is funny on the six pack?
So as a young
You know what
person,
I mean?
as a young woman, maybe that is in the beginning a thing. You get crushes and whatever. But later in life, women realize, I need stability. I want somebody to be loyal.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Right?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay.
I agree with you. Yeah.
We've just maximized our strengths.
Yeah.
But getting back to the original point
but that
is,
doesn't make you a Chad though either.
No,
does
but
it?
who's
You're
that
still-
with Chad.
So like, it's like, are you a Chad or you know what I'm
It's a
saying?
Bobby in the area.
Wait.
You're listening to these incels definitions of
Yeah, you
what
got to
people
stop
are.
listening to that podcast
Right?
you're listening to, that incel.com
Is
or
it
whatever.
like
That's not an Oxford Dictionary fucking
is it like just
person.
reconfiguring like
Yeah,
my
you're
thoughts
dude.
on?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
dude,
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
So maybe
stop.
I stop listening to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not right.
So you're telling me these guys that are
my
doing these
God.
podcasts are like they're just like bottom. They're like just about to either kill themselves or like they gave up on life.
No, they also hate women.
not only that, it's this.
Wait, why? What?
They hate them.
What makes you think there's hatred involved with
Because
this?
they kill people.
Yes, and they
Not
rape.
all of them do though,
Yes,
Bob.
but it's
That's
part-
like a
but they
very
want
small
But they're okay
percentage.
with it. A lot of them are okay, with being
it.
like
And
they
also,
should be
can I
able to
just-
get whatever they
you
want.
put Chris D'Elia's personality inside Elliot Rodger, he wouldn't have done that. He would have been knee deep in it. It's his insides and his mind was
The
broken.
dwarf that he knew. You put that guy's personality in, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
any shell, and they're
So
gonna
what
try.
if you put like Delia's personality into like a regular
Like Bobby?
No, like a regular looking short.
Then he'd be
short
working at
little-
UPS.
Here's the thing, like Kalila, right? Kalila,
Yeah.
back in her early 20s, she goes, "I blew the ugliest dude," and I couldn't believe her.
Yeah.
Right? And then she showed me a photo of this dude. He's one of the ugliest dudes I've ever seen in my life.
And you totally got why she was into you at that point, right? That was the point you were like, oh, you like hideous guys.
No, that's not the point. No.
Well, that was what?
No, that's not. But what I'm
Dude.
saying to you is this: is that I have low self-esteem. I really do.
We all
like
do.
last night, on the sitcom. Last night, I was watching it at the store. Mm-hmm. They had it on, right?
The sitcom on ABC.
That I'm on, right?
Which is called what?
Splitting up together.
Splitting Up
Yeah.
Together on ABC.
And I was watching. I'm like, God, look how fat. You know what I mean? I have real like poor self-image,
the
right?
camera does.
But here's a fact. And I'm going to show you a fact.
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
in
yeah.
every TV show I've ever been in, I test the highest.
Well, except for the one with the monkey.
What Lion King?
No, remember the animal practice? The monkey beat him out.
You didn't even watch that show.
The monkey had a bigger
You don't support
trailer.
me.
No. I filmed.
Bobby,
it was,
no one watched that
I
show.
filmed. I wanted to because I was even saying, Bryce, we got to wrap it up because Bob's the last episode. It's showing, right?
No, Animal Practice from 5 years ago.
Oh.
That was the one that they canceled because
canceled.
they had a commercial with
No,
the
I
monkey.
watched a few of those, man.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No,
you
I
didn't.
went up. I went with
Yeah,
you, man.
No, you didn't. But my point
But
is
anyway,
that
you're watching it.
I just know that when I test for things and in just a focus group,
Yeah.
they go, "Oh, he's cute. We like him."
Yes.
There's something about me that people
Bobby,
feel
you're
likable.
and
or
this is
whatever.
why he doesn't have the incel quality, because he is one of the most likable people that you want to be around, even though he's such a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? He has a thing about him.
Incels, it doesn't matter what you do.
Right. That's why he's
you're
not.
That's why I'm not one.
That's exactly it.
No, just the fact that we're under a certain height.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that qualifies. That qualifies
qualified
us as
Let's go back to
incels.
let's go to the movies
I'm
now.
6'3". What are you talking about?
Say something about him.
What are you saying to me?
We're all incels.
All right, that's it.
I don't know why we're even talking about
cut
this.
this whole
That's
part
like
out.
30 minutes.
You're done.
That's 30 minutes
so
of
dumb.
like
It's
just
so dumb.
wasted time.
It's not wasted time.
Because
It's
we're not
showing you
talking
your
about
craziness.
movies.
All right, guys. Anyways, welcome.
Oh my
you guys
God.
have been. Don't bang the table
All
because it hurts. All right,
Yeah.
you guys. As you know, last time we talked about M. Night Shyamalan movies. We talked about Star Wars. We got a lot of love for it, and I thought it's something we got to continue to do. So one of the things that we all love, the three of us, is we love scary movies.
Oh
Yeah.
Scary movies is one of our favorite genre.
Yeah.
And, if I think about some of the top 10 scariest movies I've ever seen, but now do you guys think this should be in like categories? Because, you have like gory, then you have like
Yeah.
psychological.
Yeah.
Oh, demon possession.
Then you have
Yeah.
demon. I don't know if all scary movies go into the same category.
Well, I've never seen all of them, but here's the thing. I'm not that scared of slash 'em like a crazy person maniac.
I know what
kind of
you
a
like.
person.
like Jason,
Yeah,
Halloween.
what do you like? What
He
do I
likes
like?
the slow burn,
Yes, he does.
psychological. He'll sit there for
With
an
a
hour
with a
and
surprise
wait.
at the end.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Hereditary.
Yeah.
He loves that movie for some reason because it gives you clues and it slowly builds up, and at the end it's like this reveal.
No,
And,
but see,
you know,
also he likes movies that are based in something that this could possibly happen.
yeah.
Yeah, because a movie and people.
that's
have
a
seen-
good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
This ain't gonna work.
It's
We'll
work.
make
It is working.
We'll make it
right?
through. I'm sorry.
We're gonna make
I
it
won't
through.
interrupt you.
No, you don't. You can interrupt, but it's fine.
Incels get interrupted.
Yeah. I think you got me riled up with the inside. I'm trying to calm down. I'm
He's trying to come down from it, so give him a moment.
Yeah, just give me a second.
But go ahead.
But the thing is that the movie Hereditary was scary to me because it wasn't necessarily the supernatural or the paranormal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was the dysfunction of the family.
I totally
that
agree.
really kind of deterioration. Is that the right word?
Yes. How
Of
it
it.
deteriorated, yes.
Yeah. That really horrified me. Right.
Well,
and then
okay.
with the King Payment and the paranormal stuff added on top of it, and also just the images.
Well, see, when you have a movie character, when you have this, what's her name in the star? What was her name?
Toni
The mom.
Collette.
When Toni Collette,
Great performance, by the way.
So when you
Yeah.
can follow Toni Collette, and the thing that makes it scary is that we can see what's happening, but the people around her don't see, and she's coming across as crazy, and you're trying to root for her, like, prove it, and all these things keep happening. That's what you need. That's what you need a
Also,
figure
there's no
like that.
there's not a lot of jump scares, right?
No.
And what I loved about
You don't like
Astor's
jump
way,
scares?
no, the way Astor directed it, he would do a wide shot, and you don't know exactly what you're looking at.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you'll see something.
Yeah.
Or your mind will see something. And he just didn't. He just directed it in a way where it was like.
It was understated for sure. Just really-
Yeah.
Performances were great.
Can I tell you what
very performance driven.
Can I tell you what else I
did
liked
like
about
Hereditary.
it? I like the fact that they used this mysterious sigil, like the symbolism in it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. You know how like there's that symbol of the Pyman symbol, like on that pole before.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like how
it's-
it was everywhere.
Yeah, how they reveal that in certain spots of the movie. I like
just
that.
the burn of it, just the feeling of it. I just thought it was so horrifying.
But I think a movie like that too, that I liked it too, is at the end when you had this big reveal, then in your mind you kind of make the sequels in your head.
Yeah.
And that's when it's a good movie.
Yeah.
When you could be like, oh God, I
See
wonder
past
what
it.
happens.
Oh,
I
after,
wonder
with the cult and
Yeah, you're
everything.
like, oh,
Oh.
is this guy gonna be the Demon King? And it
Yeah.
just goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, I like those kind of
But
like
why didn't Gabriel Byrne leave the family?
I mean,
Whenever there's always one
he
dude
loves
in a
his
movie,
family.
I know, no. There's always one dude that you're going, you can leave.
get out of there.
Get out of there.
So what I don't know is when did they have time? Did the cult members like to get the grandmother's body up into the attic? Like when did that all?
They could have done it at any time. They're at work. The kids are at school.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
They're a part. It's just. I mean, I mean, it was good. I saw it on a plane, and I enjoyed it the whole time. But it's one of those movies that I wasn't necessarily like frightened by. I wasn't.
Yeah, well,
like,
I saw it in
I
the-
wasn't like. Ah,
I
oh
saw
my
it in the
God, you know?
theater, right? I saw it in the theater, and I also, you had seen it before me, right?
I saw it in the theater as well.
Yeah. You saw it before me, and I
Yeah.
was in Seattle with Kalila, and we were in the theater watching it, and somehow, because it was so dark in the theater,
Right.
and then, the Kalila and I almost killed the two couple ahead of us.
Oh, tell the story. Tell the
What
story.
happened?
Tell the story.
So toward the end of the movie, like there was a scene where Toni Collette's body is in the corner of on the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
That shit scares the
when
shit
white
out of
people
me.
do that.
Yeah, with white
when
people in the
when white
corner.
people are in the corner like that, dude, fuck it.
Wait. The thing is,
Yeah,
let me add.
that shit
Let
gets
me
me.
add on to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I didn't see that in the theater.
What?
It's when the boy, the son's in the dark room, right?
No, this is when like the son is coming downstairs and he sees the father.
Oh yeah.
The father's
by the
dead.
fireplace. By the
Yeah,
fireplace.
yeah,
And
the father's
okay,
dead.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
he's
That
looking
scared
around,
me.
and then
Yeah.
and then
But there's a scene before that where you have to really look where in the boy's room she's slowly like on the side.
Yeah,
of
yeah, that's what I'm
I didn't
talking
see
about.
that. I didn't see that part.
Oh, that yeah.
So there's different moments of that within the movie.
Anyway, I don't know which part that is,
It scared me.
but I
when I saw it.
screamed when I
Yeah.
saw it.
Well, I didn't
So
see.
I was with Kalila, and I was looking at the screen. I went, ah! Like that, right? That's what happened.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
in the theater.
Yeah, in the theater. And the couple ahead of me turn around, and the girl goes like this.
Oh,
It reminds me of the master.
Right, the master,
okay.
right?
Let's not get back to that.
Don't get back to that, right?
You red zone again.
So then I screamed again later, right? There was another part. Or when they opened the door, and there was like a silhouette of a man sitting,
Yes,
standing
yes.
in the door,
Wait,
right?
I want to know who that was. I'm still.
I think that was King Payment's soul or whatever.
about to do the transformation.
Maybe I don't know.
Wait,
That's what
by
it
the
looked
way,
I thought it was a cult member.
By the way, you know what makes me angry right now?
What?
This would be like we're at a comedy, and I'm laughing, and someone turns around and goes, "Shh."
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
We're at a scary movie,
I know,
bitch.
I know.
And some scary shit just happened, and I'm gonna
know.
scream. That's why I'm here.
Right.
I'm here to get fucking stimulated by this.
It's like you're on a roller coaster
Yeah.
and you're like, ah,
And I'm supposed to be
then
like-
someone's like,
Yeah.
"Shh, you're not. You're
Someone's going like
keep
this,
that to yourself.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
enjoying. You know
Yeah.
what? I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
And
fuck
I want to
that.
know. I want to tell people what movie theater it was, and I want someone. I need to find this couple that did. that.
You'll never find them.
Yeah, I
You'll-
will.
no, you will
because it
never
was
find
in
them.
Bellevue, Washington.
No.
Oh, God, come on.
Where the Parlor Live, that movie theater, where the Parlor Live
Oh,
is
right,
the
right.
comedy
Great,
club.
great,
great
that's
mall,
a great
the
mall.
great,
The mall,
great
everything over there is
club,
great.
great.
Yeah, I
gig,
love that place.
Great gig.
Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
So then I screamed again. I think the second time just to see, right? And they did it again. They turned around and goes, "Are you guys out of your mind?" Someone said something, but then once I saw Kalila lose it.
Well, Kalila got mad too.
Oh, she was out of the movie.
This is why they're together.
Now Kalila is just
Yeah,
staring
yeah,
at him like
yeah. She's
this,
trying to put
Yeah.
and
like
she
a-
turned into the lady from The Grudge.
Yeah, she's trying to put a jungle
what'd she
voodoo
say?
on
She was
them.
just, her hair was over her face like this in the dark, and she was just staring at them.
It was like The Ring. She was coming out.
Yeah. And I am now like, I'm like, when I bob my head like this.
Yeah, you
something's
did that in the
I did.
theater. You're-
Yeah, something's happening.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you're gonna brawl with another couple?
So the lights came on.
Mm-hmm.
The movie, the credits go up. Everyone leaves the theater, but the two, they don't leave.
Oh, they wanted a standoff.
No, they wanted us to leave first.
Oh, you were like, nope.
But guess what?
What?
Papa's not leaving.
No. I leave when you leave.
Oh, you wanted to
I
confront them.
leave when you leave.
To the point where they saw
Try
the
to
movie
avoid
again.
They try to avoid the confrontation.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the house lights went on and they turned around, Kalila and I both, with our fingers, "Fuck you!"
Oh, you
bitch!
You said
Oh,
that?
I went crazy. I paid. You know, I've been looking for this. You know, I went out of my dude. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, so if you're out there in Bellevue
Yeah,
and
dude.
Bobby Lee and his girlfriend
Bro.
cursed at you,
Bro.
please email me at
called them-
Erik at
I
erikgriffin.com.
called both of them a cunt. You're a cunt. You're a cunt.
What
right?
what would they look like, by the way?
Oh, one of them was, I don't want to say it, Indian.
Oh, so,
looking.
so you felt like you could do it.
No, because the other one was
Because if it was like
Filipino or something. So they were minorities. So
Oh,
if they
they-
were
they're-
white people, they would have died.
Oh, they're ethnic.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
sorry.
So now
mad like he was there.
they're walking out of the theater.
Uh-huh.
You know how it's 3 stories up.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
They take the escalators down. We're screaming at them. Like we're right behind them in the escalator. Bitch, fuck you. You know what I mean? I'm holding Kalila back.
Wait, they didn't
right?
respond back?
Right. What the best was people were coming up to because I was about to perform.
Yeah.
Right? So people were coming up the escalators going, "Big fan." I needed to show that, which was perfect timing because I was saying, "That's right." You know what I mean? That's right. A headliner. You know what I mean? I did one of those, and we followed them out to the street, bro.
Oh God.
Oh, it felt so good.
What was their response?
No, they started
Nothing?
like
Knew.
they started now yelling for security. Security. I go, "Security ain't gonna help you." You know what? I sold out fucking both shows tonight. You know what I mean? I did that whole fucking thing. Yeah, yeah.
You know, I had a moment like that when I was watching Schindler's List.
what?
Yes.
What? Wait a minute.
Listen,
Wait.
That was a long time ago.
I'm
right?
watching Schindler's List,
Yeah.
okay? And that movie is heavy.
It's a great movie.
You just hate people in this movie.
Spielberg?
Yeah, Spielberg.
did it. Yeah, yeah.
So there's like a little older couple sitting in front of me, and this is one of these moments in the movie where you're like horrified that this
Yeah.
is something that actually happened.
Yeah.
And these people start talking, man.
In the theater?
In the theater,
Yeah.
they're kind of talking that has nothing to do with the movie either.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even like they were going like, "This is horrible." It was like some kind of conversation, and I was like, "Hey, shut up!"
You did that?
Yeah, because it was like we're witnessing a history. You know, you white people turn. I wanted to grab their heads and be like, "Look what you fucking have done. You watch this."
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and it was
See,
just like,
I'm realizing, you know how what you guys just did? Mm-hmm. That's beta behavior.
oh God, we're back to this.
Fuck, here we go.
I can't.
Here we
believe
fucking.
You
here
piece
we
of shit,
fucking
dude.
go.
You guys,
This is the
I
first
didn't have
time
to
I'm
say
angry
anything.
at you.
Here we
That
fucking
is-
This is
go.
the first time I've been
That
angry
is,
at you.
no, that's
Fucking go.
beta behavior, my friends.
Oh, here we fucking
Yeah,
go.
that's.
What are you
I don't even
talking-
have to. I proved my
How is
case.
that? How is that?
Case closed, my friends. Case
Oh
closed.
my God! I want to punch him in his fucking face. I swear to God. Okay, let's get back. You know what? Shh, woosah.
That's not Chad behavior.
Let's
That's
get back to
beta behavior. I'm sorry. What are you
I
at?
said, no,
You don't think a Chad would have punched him in their fucking mouth?
Stop.
Go.
I watch.
Are you really? Your nose is
Yeah.
Your nose is sweating, man.
Watch it, my
hot in
friend.
here.
Watch. No, don't grab me.
Wait.
Watch it, my
Okay,
friend.
okay,
all right, you're on the fucking edge.
Okay.
Oh my God. He's
Okay,
really
back to
all right,
it.
Calm down.
All right, Hereditary was a scary movie.
Yeah, no, I want to say another story
Go,
from there,
go.
right? I saw a movie, right?
Beta behavior.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
All right, go on.
Which made me angry. Because I was trying to think of like different
can't even-
movies that made me angry.
I'm in a whole space.
Why
man.
are you
Yeah.
both sweating?
Okay,
Is what I want to know.
Well, I have a sweater on.
Yeah.
We're both fat.
Nose is profusely
Hey, man,
sweating.
you fuck.
I'm
Hey,
sorry,
let's keep it calm.
All
though.
right, you're
It's
right.
a movie review
Let's
show.
get violent.
Okay.
I'm getting violent.
Okay.
You're the one with your analysis.
Yeah.
Talking about a
I
movie
saw a
review
movie
show.
with
What?
Aaron Cater.
Okay.
You know Aaron Cater,
Yeah.
right? Called Taegeukgi.
What is that?
Great movie, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
a
Korean
Korean
movie.
movie.
It's about brothers too.
About
Korean
brothers, right?
Yeah, you guys go with the brother.
Right, and
Great movie.
basically what the movie just real quickly is about is it starts off with an old man getting a call saying that we found something. So this old man goes to this site, like it's like a renovation or not. What do you call it when they like discover something?
Excavation.
Excavation
Yeah,
site,
excavation
site,
site,
right? And they see the skeletons of a man holding a pencil or pen, and this old man knows that's his brother, and it goes back to the Korean War. And his
how they
older
split-
brother,
Oh, so it's like
his
a-
older brother protected him,
But then they
through
split
this
it.
whole.
But they split it up.
Yeah,
They ended up
he volunteered to be
I got
in the
you.
war so he can protect his younger brother.
Got you.
And
And,
then
the
he
movie is
disappeared.
telling those stories.
Right.
Yeah.
Up to that point.
Right,
Got
right.
you.
And it resonated so strong because I was thinking about my brother,
yeah.
you know. And I literally started crying. And then I walked out of the theater, and there was a alleyway. And I go, Aaron, I need a second. And I went to the alleyway, and I leaned against the wall.
Right.
And I started crying.
Right.
And then Aaron Cater leans next to me, sits down, he goes, "Why are you crying?"
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude.
Dude,
I
he almost died.
Listen, I've been there.
Right, relax,
Are
man.
you standing up?
Yeah, he just.
Don't do that, old Joe.
I'm just saying it's just
Don't
funny
do
how
that,
you're.
Earl. Don't do
Wait,
that, old
okay, now
Joe.
you're sitting?
Yeah, I'm sitting down. Don't do that whole bit.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have to go to movies with people that have the same sensibility.
Yeah.
Enthusiasm.
The same sensibility. Like if I'm crying in a movie, like I saw Saint Vincent with Dean Del Rey. Saint Vincent, Bill Murray.
God.
At the end of this movie,
Yeah.
when the little boy goes over to his mom,
Yeah.
and he's about to say some tender shit, I was in the movie like, oh fuck, here we go. No, because I'm mother-son thing. I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, 'cause
bro, I'm
that's
out. I'm
your
an only
thing.
child.
That's your thing.
And so I was like, oh, they're gonna do this to me right now. They're gonna do. I was like, oh fuck, dude. And then like, I was doing that, and it's like I'm crying and I'm going like this. I'm like, okay, please, don't. But there's the thing though. I looked over at Dean.
Yeah.
Dean sobbing too, and I was like, "This is my brother for life."
Oh.
Okay,
He
this is my
got
bro-
it.
He got it.
That's the thing. He got
My
it.
brother for life, and then we laughed about it at the end of the movie because we were like two grown ass men in their 40s and we're fucking crying.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need that.
Yeah.
When I go to
Yeah.
a movie, and so what I'm saying is, when I go to a scary movie, I need that too. I need like Bobby and I went to go see this fucking dumbass movie with a nun in it. Okay,
I didn't see it, but you guys.
No,
that's
this
your
isn't the
guys'
nun.
thing.
It's just not the nun.
Oh, it's not the nun.
It's in the same genre.
I saw a
What's
movie
it-
with you?
Yes, dude.
What's it called? What's it
It
called?
was some
Weird.
kind of demon movie where it was an exorcism in
Oh,
the movie.
Exorcism of Emily Rose?
No, it was something like that.
Oh.
But it was like they went to Europe and they were doing an exorcism. And at that point in the movie, Bobby and I were so scared. He had his shoes off. All he did, he went like this to me. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So
I
saying,
vaguely remember that, yeah.
What I'm saying is like that's the kind of connection you have to
want-
have
yeah,
when
yeah.
you go see a
Right,
movie.
right. Was
it
and it makes it
Stigmata?
better. It was something
It
like
doesn't
yes.
matter.
Oh, no, it does so. I want to know.
It was Stigmata.
It was Stigmata?
Not Stigmata. No, not.
It wasn't Stigmata.
It was something like that,
All right.
though.
All right. And no more
Whatever.
ask, don't throw in another fucking movie.
Yeah, please. I know it's like the guessing game.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, so So for me, demon movies, like if I remember,
I love them, dude.
Okay, I'll tell you, one of the scariest movies I ever saw. It wasn't just because the movie was scary. It was a particular time. Is when I saw a double feature of The Omen 1 and 2.
Oh,
The original.
dude.
The originals.
The original.
I gotta give it up to you, my man.
And let me tell you something.
I love it.
I remember when I got home because I was with a group of people where I had to pretend like I wasn't scared, but devil shit gets me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Damien too,
devil
man.
shit gets me, dude.
That's when Damien's like a teenager.
No, anytime this
Yeah,
shit is
yeah.
happening,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what
man.
the scariest part of that? When he's with the teacher
And
the
he
teacher
answers all the questions,
answers
yeah.
all the history
He's like,
questions
Yeah, dude.
because the devil knows
1945.
everything. Oh
Yeah,
my
1966.
god!
Yeah. He
dude.
kept like.
So I got home. I
Yeah.
went right to my mom's room. I was like,
Yeah.
move over because I'm
Yeah,
coming in.
yeah,
And, you know, I'm like, I'm sleeping in here
That's
tonight.
a great movie.
But
Though.
the pictures,
It's
any
the
kind of-
reveal of when he realizes he's the Antichrist.
slept with your mom?
Yeah.
just that one time.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just two fat black people
Oh
sleeping
my
on a
god,
bed.
my mom is a very slender
Oh, I
woman.
don't know. I never met her.
Oh my god.
I just imagine
Oh my
two
god.
black fat people.
Okay, just because your family is the Asian nutty professor over there.
Yeah. You know,
Anyway.
if you had a baby, right? If you had a baby, no, just listen to me. If you had a baby, right, and you saw on the skull, not 666, but just 2 6s, what would you do?
I would drown that motherfucker in a tub.
Two
Just
sixes.
2 6s?
Yeah.
Maybe I'd be
That's
like,
close enough,
It's
dude. That's close enough to me, dude.
Wait.
That's
Steve,
close enough.
Definitely an incel.
Yeah.
2 6s on the baby's head.
Yeah.
There's got to be another 6 someplace.
You think so?
I would look
What about
everywhere.
1 6?
Well, what? But that would be weird too, though.
Yeah, that would be weird.
If you
Why
just
is
have
a
one,
perfect
why is there a
six?
perfect 6 on
Right,
my
right,
baby?
right.
I would be like,
Right.
It's almost like the devil got tired. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, it's like
You know what? I just realized. I know why movies are more scarier that we didn't even mention about Hereditary. It's the score, the music.
That is a good one, too.
Because Hereditary.
that old school shit.
Yeah, that's really cryptic,
you know what?
man.
But you know another thing that
the
scares
score,
me.
it's the music that scares you.
But in that movie, this always scares me too. Is when it's full speed running. That always scares me.
what do you mean by
When
that?
the monster is full speed running after people, not
like
just
20
kind of like slow
like
shit
28
like
days
Jason.
later, that zombie
No, I'm
mo-
talking
like when they're
about
running.
When they're running full speed, that shit scares me because I'm like, like get out of there, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
30 Days a Night, like that, like the zombies.
And
running.
in Hereditary, Colette, when she was possessed,
Was she running too?
She was running the fuck after her kid. Yeah.
in the house?
In the house. That shit scares me.
Yeah.
Oh, was she inverted on the going like banging
But see,
her
when
head
it
on
got to
door?
the supernatural, at that point in the movie, you're okay with supernatural. But let me give you an example of a movie that has no supernatural shit in it, but it scared the shit out of me.
What?
The original When a Stranger Calls. Have you guys ever seen that?
No.
Okay, When a Stranger Calls, it's about a girl who's babysitting, okay, and the kids are upstairs.
Yeah.
And she keeps getting a phone call, a prank call, she thinks, and someone's going like this, "Have you checked the children?"
That was a long time ago, right?
Yes, and they made a remake recently.
Right.
But this is the old version, and a whole movie. So she's calling the police. She's like, what's going on? Finally, because it's getting creepy. Then the police call her, and they're like, "Get out of the house! That call's coming from upstairs."
I remember that.
That's the kind of shit that I go, "Fuck." Here's another one like that, because that could really happen. Here's another one like that. Did you guys see The Boy?
No.
Okay, The Boy is like, it's a doll. It's like this doll.
Yeah.
So the whole movie, you think that
Yeah.
the doll's moving and doing all this shit.
Yeah.
Turns out, I'm revealing. This is a spoiler alert.
okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Turns out that this family, their disturbed kid, who's an adult now, is living in the walls. And what he's doing is he's coming out and moving the doll.
But he's alive?
He's alive.
That's
no.
scary.
No. What I'm saying is, you think it's the doll.
Yeah, but is he alive?
Yes.
He's not a ghost?
No, dude.
So how's that scary?
Because a real dude is in. Imagine if, like, in your house, you realize there was some old man or something living in your walls.
Stop, right. If my brother and I are living together, and he comes home with a doll.
Okay, well, right off the bat. No.
Listen, just
No,
hear-
but they made it out like this doll was possessed.
Exactly.
The family.
Listen.
Okay.
My brother goes, I got this at the a haunted museum. Mm-hmm. They had a sale.
Okay.
They're closing down.
Okay.
I go, okay. And the doll's moving around, right? And my brother, oh, fuck, bro. The doll just moved, right? And then 2 days later, our cousin Andy's in the wall moving it.
Yeah.
Then we'd be like relieved.
No, but no.
Oh, it's Andy.
No, but the problem is
Andy, what are you doing in there?
No, the thing in them, you wouldn't be like that because you would be like, what the fuck? This family made this woman believe that this doll was possessed, but they knew that their kid was. See, they were leaving her there to die. They knew the guy was going to kill her.
Oh.
They knew it. This is their way of appeasing their crazy kid. Yeah. Anyway, I'm saying there was no supernatural in that movie. So when you find out,
here's another one.
When you find out in the end that it could actually happen, that kind of shit scares me.
The Shyamalan movie, The Visit.
The Visit.
Right.
Where you find out later that it's not her grandparents.
Yeah.
That was scary. That was scary.
No, that was scary. But I knew that. But the scene that sticks out is when the grandmother's crawling.
Oh my God,
she's crawling. And like, I'm gonna get you. I was just like, oh my God, yeah, no, I don't want to see this.
So I don't know, man. If I look back on scary movies of all time that I really enjoyed, I love the first Pet Cemetery.
Dude, I was just gonna say that.
First Pet Cemetery.
I was just thinking that, Eric, because of Zelda. Remember the sister, Rachel?
Oh. I know. She was like, she had like the muscular dystrophy.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
What?
Oh my God!
I never saw
the original Pet
There's this
Cemetery?
character named Zelda. Oh, it's so scary.
Let me see something.
The little boy. That's what I'm always scared of. Little white kids.
Gabe.
Little white kids. I'm out. If they're
Or
double
Gage.
dutching or anything that they're doing.
Yeah.
That's scary.
But I never saw even the Disney movies, like Little Mermaid.
Well, I never. Scary.
Why not?
No, it's not. No, it's not about.
Okay. I thought.
Because you I know. Why would he bring that up? We're talking about Pet Cemetery.
No, I'm just because Kalila, my girlfriend, was shocked that I haven't seen. Is that shocking?
It is shocking. How have you never seen
I haven't
Little
seen
Mermaid?
any of those.
Yeah.
This is why you guys. This is why you guys had a weird childhood.
The Beauty and the Beast.
What did your father make you watch? You watch the news. No fun movies. Nothing.
No, my dad doesn't. He doesn't have a movie guy. He doesn't know music.
You guys didn't even have like a TV.
Well, my dad had a stroke.
Uh-huh.
My dad had a stroke, right?
Hey, we don't have to take it there.
Oh, I just gave it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And this is how weird my dad is. He had a stroke.
Is he an incel?
My dad actually is.
Why?
I mean, just for the fact the way he looks, 5 foot.
Yeah,
He had two children.
I'm going to say this.
Okay,
Wait, hold up. Let's not. I don't want it to get violent. I don't want it to get violent.
I'm not going to get violent.
I don't
all
want
I'm
it
going
to
to
get
say
violent.
is this, okay?
Yeah.
Is from here on out,
Yeah.
I don't want to do incels or chats.
Okay.
No betas.
No betas, none of your little terminologies,
okay,
all right?
okay.
It's gonna hit a chord.
I know.
And I'm gonna snap.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap.
Let's go back to the story.
Right.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
So your dad had a
Sorry, dude.
stroke.
My dad had a stroke, and he had never heard music in his life.
Well, his first stroke, he has had several strokes.
The major one.
The major one.
And remember
He
when
never heard music?
No, listen. He's been in a mall.
Yeah, he's been in an elevator.
But he doesn't know. That's the Beatles, or that's
Yeah,
what I mean?
he wasn't, like,
Chopin.
familiar.
He doesn't know anything.
By the way, this explains so much.
So
Wait. Well, let's get back to that.
Let me finish the story, okay? So my mom was like listening to Eric Clapton. Or was it Tears
in Heaven?
Yeah. And she put the headphones in my dad's ear, and he's paralyzed.
Right.
He had a stroke, and he heard music for real.
Wow.
And he started crying.
Was I? I wasn't there.
He wasn't there, and he goes, "The beautiful."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he doesn't watch movies or anything like that.
Yeah, he shouldn't. So he's never seen any of your
Man,
work?
you just made me so sad right now.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
He
It's a good moment, though.
watches the Splitting Up Together.
Right.
He doesn't understand it.
Yeah. He doesn't go, this is beautiful.
No. He just sees that I'm working, and it makes him proud.
That's good.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, how can you, I don't understand how you've never wanted to see Aladdin or Little Lion King.
Because what happened, I'll tell you what, when those
What
movies,
happened? I don't understand.
because when those movies came out, I was poor.
Okay.
When did
Okay.
they come out?
They came out in
Like
the 90s,
Aladdin was
right?
like the 90s. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like 91.
So in the 90s, I graduated high school in 1990, right?
Palomar College.
And then I was struggling, right? Because
to
my
junior
parents
college,
went
yeah.
bankrupt. So I was living in San Diego
Was this like after the riots?
dude.
And they had like a store?
before.
Okay.
It was
Before the riots.
The riots wouldn't have pertained to
Because I was
San
telling
Diego.
Kalila why I hadn't seen it. And then so when these Disney movies are coming out, as a young male, you don't look at a Disney photo, a billboard, and go, "Oh, with the little money I have, I'm going to watch
Gotcha,
that."
I got you. So you
know what
didn't
I
see
mean?
Jurassic Park either then?
No, we
Yeah, those I saw because
Yeah.
those you can't put Jurassic Park in the same as a
At
cartoon.
the particular time, they were it was large like that. That type of cartoon work. It was,
yeah, but still,
it was the first time it had been like that.
Yeah, but still, like it's Spielberg, it's live action. You know,
all
yeah.
right.
So to me, in my early 20s as a man, looking at these now, they're masterpieces. I know because. Even the things that I did catch up with, like I saw The Incredibles, Toy Story, all those computer animation movies.
Yeah.
I watched them all. I love them. I loved
I got
WALL-E.
you.
I saw that in the movie theater.
Yeah.
I seen Wally, I think. Mm-hmm.
But that was when I was starting to make money, right?
Yeah.
I can watch different things.
One movie that stands out as the number one horror.
What's your scariest movie?
The Exorcist. The Exorcist.
No.
It was.
What?
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't know. I think I've seen so many better movies. I think at the time that was really scary. But by the way, Exorcist 3 to me
Dude.
had the most scariest moment in a
Just
movie
the
I've ever
voice-
seen.
Dude.
Remember when that nun comes out the
Overactor.
hallway?
Dude, Exorcist 3 is a fucking masterpiece.
See,
Wait a
Exorcist
minute,
3.
dude. You're saying Exorcist 3 is better than the original?
Look, okay, I'm going to say this. Okay? All right, I'm going to say this, all right? You've never seen Exorcist 3.
Yeah, I have.
What was it about?
That's when the it's at a mental asylum, and then there's another character in there, and then it's like and then the Father Karras is still possessed in him, and then there's another priest that tries to that interviews him and there's like an investigator, like an older white guy, and investigates to
did
figure
see
out
it.
what's going
you
on.
did see it, yeah.
But here's
I've
the thing:
seen-
that moment in the movie where they're in that long shot of the hallway,
Yeah.
and the
You know
music
what?
turns off,
Oh, and then
that,
the boom.
and that nun
It
comes
goes like
over.
this.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was in the movie. That was like a 35-second where I had to take a moment.
There's also a scene where the older, in the senior citizens are in that room, and then that one lady, for an odd reason, is
She's on the wall.
crawling like a spider. I remember that stuff.
wall
Yeah.
crawling shit.
You
is always
still
scary.
think that's better than the original Exorcist?
Because I'll tell you why the original, if you see the original Exorcist again,
It doesn't stand up.
it doesn't stand through time.
It's just because of technology. It's like the head
but it's
spinning
not
doesn't
about
look real.
But it's the voices. It's like,
Okay, you're right. Listen, my brother has a point. All right,
It's the
I got you.
70s,
you,
man.
you have to sometimes put films into context of the era,
Yeah.
right? So people go one of my favorite bands growing up was the Velvet Underground, and when the Velvet Underground put out their first album, only 500 people bought it, right?
Yeah.
But through time, right, it influenced so many other people to start a band, right? It kind of created the alternative movement, right? It's just it's a masterpiece, that album, but in its time, it didn't do what,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes you have to put things into context and what it means to.
Wait.
Wait. I
you're
just saw. I
Exorcist
just saw it
person.
recently, and I got things in it because I've seen it 100 times. But then I watched it alone, and I studied it, and there was things in it that I didn't catch all those other times. Like for instance, the father at the beginning, they're in the Middle East, Iraq, wherever, and then there's that artifact of the reptilian or the demon.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize that throughout the movie, at the end, it ends up in Linda Blair's under her bed, like weird things like that. I never caught, and I'm like, whoa, that's
I get
interesting.
you.
And not only that, at the very end, the final exorcism, when she screams out, "Rah!" before the father enters the home.
Yeah.
Right.
She's actually, because she knows it's a demon, and it knows it already knew the priest's name that was the main priest's name. So there's little subtle things that I realized, whoa, that's really scary.
But
man.
I can think of some other movies I enjoyed more. I thought the first Ring. That really got
Yeah,
to me. Even some of the slasher movies, like the Chucky, the first one, was
there's something about the demonic. It's how the demon realm knows certain facts,
Demon realm.
the demon realm, the devil knows,
Yeah.
your mother's in here. Would you like to give her a mess?
Yeah, but demon movies, I know
it's
what
just
you're saying.
that stuff
It's
scares me, man.
also, if you see the documentaries I watch the documentaries on the exorcism on YouTube.
What, The Exorcist?
Exorcist, yeah. And it shows the original documentaries about people going to the theater, and they had to have medical teams there because
Yeah.
Dude,
half the audience would pass out, right?
Dude.
People would vomit.
Oh,
People
God.
would leave.
Didn't Pryor try to get out of the theater or something?
I heard a story about Paul Mooney and Pryor was invited to a white party, right? And then after the party, they're like, "There's a screening of this movie," right? And they didn't know what the movie was. And then it was The Exorcist, and Pryor and Paul Mooney tried to escape the theater
I get it.
halfway during the thing.
Imagine if you get invited to a movie and you don't know what it is, and it turns out to be some frightening shit.
Yeah.
I think you have to prepare yourself before you go into a movie. I don't want to just be surprised by a movie.
Dude, I think it's one of the best. Okay. I'm not saying it's the best. It's up top 3 to me at least.
Really?
Yeah, dude. What about you? What other movies? Name one or name
what's
a few.
What's a movie that does that for you?
Well, when you sit The Ring, not the Japanese one,
Ringo?
but the American version.
Yeah.
We saw that with Mom.
The Ring, where she comes out of the TV, the hair.
Honestly, you know
just
what's
like the slow burn
It's
of the
not only
movie.
that. It's the tape
Yeah.
was scary to me.
Yeah.
And the sound
all
of
that.
it really scared the fuck out of me.
So you're putting that up against The Exorcist?
What? It's not a competition.
No. I just want to find out what you guys.
I guess I had to put myself. I never was an Exorcist person. Like I just didn't. The head spinning, and then people were making so many jokes about it.
I don't like what's
going
on here.
Yeah.
No, dude, let's
I
keep
think
it
you started it. I honestly think that you started it.
How did I
from the
start
beginning
it?
of it with the
No,
incel stuff? Yeah.
You guys got me in a corner, and I was forced to talk about it, right, Aaron?
Aaron, don't bring him in.
Don't
this.
bring Aaron into it. Don't bring Aaron into it.
No, but I like I say, I think Pet Sematary is one of the scary ones. The Omens.
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
The
Shall I watch it
Omens
tonight?
1 and 2.
I never saw Pet Sematary.
You have to watch that.
You
one.
know
That was
what's
scary.
infuriating? They're remaking Pet Sematary.
know.
They're redoing it.
Yeah, I don't
Don't
like it.
touch it. Why do they make remakes of already classic movies?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why they've done it. Name a few.
Did any of the Well, what about when a series
they
won't
did it
stop?
with Omen. They did with Omen.
Yeah, I didn't like.
They remade Omen.
I didn't like the new Omen. It
I didn't
wasn't
like it.
scarier than the
Don't
original.
touch it.
Yeah.
Don't touch
It wasn't
those
scarier than the
movies, man.
original.
Yeah, don't.
When that little kid is holding the president's hand at the end and he turns
Yeah.
around and he looks, you're just
Or they
scariest
remake
kid
movies
ever.
that weren't good in the first place, like Flatliners.
Yeah. Why?
They lost. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what Julia Roberts.
Back in the day,
and Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Oh, they remade that.
Yeah,
with
they did.
Ellen
Just
Page.
Yeah, Ellen Page. Yeah.
I didn't see
Ellen Page?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah, I can't. I don't even know. There's
What about The Shining? No.
Yes.
Okay, The Shining.
It's a good movie, but I don't
Come
want
on,
to even count
dude.
that as a scary movie. I just like psychological thriller, but
Dude,
it wasn't
Shining
scary.
is in the
I mean,
top
you have to add
5
other
of all
factors.
time.
Yeah.
But I know
The way
I'm
they
saying
filmed
great
that.
movie,
No,
but I
in
don't think of it as a
terms
scary
of
movie.
scary movie.
Just the
Think so?
shots, and the hallway shots, the way they
Dude,
filmed it.
just the whole thing of him sitting in that
Claustrophobic.
bar, right?
Yeah.
And then those photos of like back in the day, and he's in the photos.
I know.
Like,
Oh,
he's
just
in there
when
forever.
just when he was like in the door.
Yeah.
Or no, the
That
hallways.
shit.
Yeah.
No,
Just in the jar,
you felt like claustrophobic. Just the shots of the hallways. Remember, he's like on his little, like toy thing, like going through the hallways. Like you felt like really like.
Well, that's just like in The Omen when he was riding a tricycle and the mom was trying to do the
Oh
thing.
yeah, he knocks her off the
Yeah,
ledge.
you just know shit is happening. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen a really good like.
But that's interesting. Those are. I didn't mean to cut you off, but the movies I like, I think, are from the 70s. Something about the 70s. Maybe.
Wait, what's another one?
Well, the Shining's from the 70s, right?
Oh.
He likes
The
Jacob
Exor-
Ladder.
I love
Jacob
Jacob. Dude, Jacob's Ladder was great.
Yeah.
Great. So I guess my
Your tastes
My
are a little
interest is
weird.
different.
Your
But do you get
taste-
scared though?
it's a psychological demonic.
He likes jump scares.
Yeah.
Some to half the time.
No,
I think you do. I think you
half the time.
You like that.
psychological stuff.
Yeah, you like that.
I like the psychological. I think demon shit is scary to me. I do like a little. I like anytime something's happening that's not supposed to be happening. So anytime somebody's crawling on the wall or like you see somebody making like a weird.
What about
face.
the slashers like Halloween or
That's what I'm
Friday
saying. Like the
13th
first Friday the 13th,
or Vampire?
I love vampire shit, but that's not really scary anymore. They've turned it into
But
like a
think
teen
about
romance
this.
movie.
Think about this. In all these movies, in all of them, they don't make any. Why do people behave the way they do in them?
I know.
So at the end of the day, when you're watching a scary movie,
Give us an example. What are you talking
in
about?
all,
The Nun.
in every situation.
the recent one, The Nun. This is the one.
I'm just saying this, right?
I didn't see the Nun.
Okay, I'm a priest,
Uh-huh.
right?
Okay.
Somebody says, yes, you have to do some investigating in an old Catholic church,
Yes.
right? Where a nun was killed herself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I would be like, no.
Yeah. No. How about this though? When they first got to the cemetery, the monastery, and then they go down to where the body is, and the guy says, "I didn't leave the body like that. The body was laying." And now the
Then
body said, "That's the moment where I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, this is evidence. We're out."
You're right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, they could have ended it right there.
Why keep going with the investigation?
In every one of they're like that.
Yeah.
Well, explain. Since I haven't seen the movie, explain what the movie's about.
Let's
Just
go
give
back
me
to The Exorcist. If I'm sorry, after I take my daughter to the best doctors in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I put her in that room, and it's fucking like the Revenant in there,
Yeah.
how cold it is, right? And I'm breathing, and there's like, like I'm in the snow, right? And my daughter's doing some freaky shit. I might leave.
Well, once her face, but I'm saying once her face.
I'm gonna leave. No, that's your daughter. That's family.
Would you leave?
No, it's family,
It would
Eric.
be
It's
hard.
family.
I already did
You
the-
would not do that.
Yes, I did the doctor thing already.
You might lock her up and then you leave to like, well, you go. I don't know if I would go get the priest, or I'd be outside and be like, my daughter's inside there, because that's not even your daughter anymore. It's some
Okay,
demonic-
wait. There's one thing I forgot, and I'm remembering it now. Another thing why I love The Exorcist, there's the thing I didn't realize before until like recently is the whole time, you know how she was strapped down?
Yeah.
She was able to walk around that room. So that scared the hell out of me. Like she was like, it was deceitful in a certain way. Like, oh, she was, you know what I'm saying? She was tricky. This demon was tricky.
What I notice about Steve is he likes the filmmaking of it. Like I think he likes
That's scary,
the
man.
filmmaking tricks and all the things that happen. I get
I
that.
get it, yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
It's like I guess I'm more in the sense of like I want it to look real, and so it's like I just didn't
you
see
want,
all
you
that
guys want the
stuff.
story to be so believable, like where you're like,
I
get
do
that.
like people to act in a certain way that even if they act right, this monster's still gonna get them. I
Yeah.
like that. But when they're doing shit where it's like
They would
the
never
old
do that.
school, like where the white
Right,
girl's
right,
falling,
right,
or
right,
it's like
yeah,
like why are you still like all the Friday the 13th? Once one person is killed at the camp is over. Okay,
Yeah.
camp is over.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going home.
Right.
Okay,
It's over,
It's
yeah.
over.
It's over.
You get on the announcement. Hi, this is camp director. This is camp director Griffin.
Yeah.
Someone has been murdered.
Yeah.
Right.
We've called all your parents. You're going home.
Okay, I'll give you.
Shit.
I'll give you something. I'll put something out there that combats that. What about in the movie, the original Evil Dead? You can't just leave that cabin area because the demons.
Yeah, but I'm also,
put up barriers. You remember the bridge is
I got
down.
something right now.
The Evil Dead, the first Evil Dead.
Somebody calls me. All right.
you can't. There's no Wi-Fi out
Andrew
there.
Santino calls me. Hey, me and 5 people are gonna go
In the-
to
to
the
the cabin.
cabin in
Yeah.
the woods.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. If I'm not back in a few days.
No, I'm not going.
Oh, you're not going.
You're not a woodsy person.
Oh,
No,
you're
I'm not, you would go into the woods
to a cabin.
with 5 other people.
Yeah, I don't know.
To a cabin.
It just
You would-
depends.
You would do
Probably
that.
go.
You would consider it.
You'd consider it.
No, you wouldn't consider.
Dude,
Where would you
it's
would?
like-
I know you. You woke up at 5 p.m.
It's
today.
like camping.
No. Here's the
dude.
thing. Here's
It's
the
like
thing. Here's the thing.
camping.
Let's say we go to the camp. We go to this thing. Day one.
You would do it to podcast.
No, I'm saying
You
day
don't-
one. Kalila disappears. Day one. We're not. We're going to get the authorities.
No,
Like-
no, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
telling
in
you,
Evil
the demons
Dead,
in Evil
the demons,
Dead,
they cut off the road.
They cut off the road. The demons are in the forest.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
well,
you
at that
cannot
point-
leave.
leave.
You can't leave.
That you cannot leave this
Then the
cabin
whole time
area,
he'd
this
be like,
forest.
"This is why we shouldn't have came."
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's me, right?
And it
Yeah.
just gets bad.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
He's the guy from
Yeah.
Aliens. Game
So what do you do?
over,
What-
man.
Yeah, game over. Yeah, I love that. Oh, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he's Bill Paxton in
Yeah.
every movie.
No, you know what I would do? This is the honest truth. Kalila leaves. I can't escape. We know now there's demons out there.
Uh-huh.
I just take off my clothes and just walk into the forest.
Oh, you'd give up. Game
and just
over.
Get me.
You'd give up.
Okay, here's my question.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Why would you take off all your clothes?
You know
Is
what?
that
I
an
had-
extra? Is that an extra fuck you? Like,
No, I don't want my clothes to. I want them to get into me quickly.
I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
But that proves my point from the beginning.
so
What?
he is
What?
an incel.
What? What?
I don't want to say it.
No, say it. I promise I won't be mad. Just say it.
That's stereotypical incel behavior.
Then you just say fuck it. You take
It's-
off all your
no, no,
clothes.
it's
you go to the woods.
it's the-
Killers.
It's no,
I'm here.
it's
No one wants to fuck
Eric,
me.
It's the black pill.
No one wants to
It's the-
fuck me.
It's the black pill. It's I'm giving up.
Yeah.
I give up.
It's having
Yeah, bro.
No,
giving up
no,
of getting
no.
giving
So
up.
you're just
He
I don't
doesn't
even
wanna
have to
slow
defend
down.
myself anymore.
How
you
is
guys are
getting
making this
women
case so easy
have
for me.
anything to
What are you
do with being
talking about?
possessed by
There's demons outside. They block the road. You can't communicate
We're
with anybody.
fucked, bro.
I win that argument.
You
win Yeah, you just you're. I don't even have to say
Like,
anything.
look at my face again. Look at my face again. I'm sweating. My face is
I'm
sweating
messing
again.
I'm messing
Yeah, I would literally
Yeah.
do that. Possess me now because I'm not running. I'm not doing the whole rigmarole.
I'm just trying to think of some other like really scary movies that I don't know. I think I've said all
Well,
the
dude, Evil
ones
Dead,
that
the original Evil Dead.
Are you
thumbs up.
But are you
Thumbs
zombie?
up, buddy.
You zombie movie guy?
I like
never
28
was.
days later, 28 weeks. I love all those
you see
28
the
days, 20 weeks, 28 weeks
Last
later.
Train to Busan.
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's a Korean zombie one.
Okay,
That was decent.
Sorry that I haven't seen the
That was-
Korean zombie
That
movie.
was decent.
It was great.
Okay,
What would you like? What'd you like about it?
Do you have to read? Is it one of those subtitle
I know
movies?
what it is. I know it's the
'Cause I can't
claustrophobic.
stand
It's
that.
the claustrophobic element.
No, it's what
It's a
I love
claustroph-
about it is that they're Asian zombies.
So you
They're
can't even
different.
tell they're
They're-
zombies?
Because
Oh, you son of a gun!
what you zombies
Don't
have slant
do that.
eyes? What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about? We have
Griffin,
yellow
don't do
skin?
that.
Yeah, because zombies like, oh, so it just sounds like
No, they're just more like how they Japanese do this.
Mhm.
Imagine now what they came up with that. So imagine what they do with their body. They walk weird. It's.
Oh, you think they raised up the bar as far as zombies?
those zombies were
you
fucking weird and
What was so weird about
aggressive
what
and
made them
aggressive.
different than the other zombies? With
they jump higher.
God.
They're quicker. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
Oh,
They're good with the abacus.
These zombies are like calculating.
Yeah. They're still going to work.
right.
They have
You just
good
wrote a
work
new
ethic.
joke for
Yeah.
your bit. You
Yeah.
should do that.
That's a bit.
They still work for 10 hours, clock in, clock
Yeah.
out. Yeah, but then
They talk to me. What are you doing this evening?
they're in the lab.
I'm gonna eat some white people. And they're still I like it. I like it. This is it. We can do
Yeah.
that for your special.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the Busan compared to 28 Days Later? Like,
I
isn't
see. I
that-
didn't see. I didn't.
Oh.
I like 28 Days Later, but it's like at that point, so many zombie movies that come out, and it's like
Yeah.
I'm not super big on zombie movies because it's not really scary. It's just people trying to survive, and it always ends up where the human beings are more scary.
I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you why. I just
Why?
came up with it. I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
I know you didn't see the movie,
Mhm.
but the Koreans that aren't zombies trying to survive, they act
Appropriately.
not appropriately, a lot like more believable.
Yeah, I love that.
Give
Right.
me an example of that.
Like for
how?
instance, they're like just in terms of the padding that they would wear, they like would go. There was like a baseball team, so they took their shit and padded themselves up.
They were like, we need to survive this shit.
Right. They realize they're
Oh.
smart. They realize that if they can't see you, they don't move. So they would take Asian newspapers and put water in the newspapers and hide in the windows.
Oh.
Do you remember that they did different things?
I have to see it again. I didn't catch that.
My fundamental problem with zombie movies, fundamental problem, is how do zombies not know that? How do they know that this person next to them is a zombie? Like, how do they know? Like, why is that a thing?
Because like if you're standing next to Tiffany Haddish, do you know that she's black?
Oh, that's not the same thing. I want to punch you in your face. Oh my god, no. Oh, ah! I'm saying, how do zombies know that other zombies are zombies? Why aren't they eating
I
each other?
don't know.
Maybe
dude.
it's like a smell they give off.
Yeah, but then they have, if they have even that little bit of
like
knowledge,
in the
Because
Walking, like in the Walking Dead, right?
Because they're dead.
you know,
they probably
the
smell-
Walking Dead, right?
they always say that it's about the smell or
No,
the.
remember
smell.
they chop off the hands and they.
By the way,
and they walk around with other zombies. As
By the way,
slaves.
worst zombie movie ever is the one with Brad Pitt, where he produced it.
the Z.
And he
I
decided.
haven't seen that.
No, he decided his whole thing was like,
Yeah.
there aren't going to be any violence in a zombie movie.
That's impossible. How do you do that?
Yeah, so you didn't ever see a zombie kill because he
No.
was like, I want my kids to go this. Don't take your kids
Nah.
to see a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought that was just dumb. But in that movie, they had this whole stupid thing where the zombies knew you were sick.
Right, and then also what he did was when the movie was done, he put his own money into it and put more scenes and changed things because it wasn't good.
It still's not good.
I know, but imagine what it was like.
All
That
I need when I'm watching a zombie movie, I want a machete in somebody's fucking head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Blood. I want to see a lot of blood.
I need the zombie kill to like dramatic bullshit that's going on in the movie ratio. That shit has to be high for me.
Yeah.
To
I
enjoy
agree.
it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not a zombie guy. You know, I'd like the frightening ones. Like if you go on a date, it's good to be like, because girls will be like, ah! You know, like those kind of ones are good.
Yeah.
And the psychological ones, there's a different
But
genre.
Night of the original, the black and white Night of the Living Dead, the reason why that was scary is because I'd never seen a zombie movie before
Right.
that.
I get
It was black and white.
Oh,
and
no.
it seemed, and they were so slow, and it
Yeah.
seemed real.
Yeah.
You know, I love Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead as well. The one
The one in the mall?
Yeah, the one in the mall.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Was that the one where
that was
the
believable to me, man?
I saw a remake of that one.
No, not the
where
remake.
the girl was pregnant.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too. I like that one too.
And he tied her up, and then the baby came out, and it was a zombie. I was of course.
No, it's not the remake. It's the one from the the original. Yeah, do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they remade it.
Yeah, no,
But
not the remake.
Them, I can't even keep track.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
original.
It's like the Friday the 13th. Like they've made so many of them, or like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
I thought the first Freddy Krueger was scary.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
I like the first
Krueger was
few.
scary.
Yeah, I like that.
You don't like that? Those types?
Those are good.
You don't seem to like those, like Halloween.
I don't like them.
You know, those type of things.
I don't like them.
The first ones was pretty
Hellraiser?
good. Hellraiser, that shit.
No, the original.
That's
the
gory.
Original.
That's gory.
But there's
shit.
the demons.
Yeah, with the fucking spike guy.
Yeah.
Here's the one that scared the shit out of me. I was a little kid. And I had Big Brothers from Big Brothers of America. So I'm like 8 years old. And he decided to take me to a double feature movie. And we saw The Fog. That shit scared the shit out of me.
That's old school too, isn't it?
Fog is old school. They remade that one with the...
That's not The Mist, right?
No, it's different. But it was called The Fog. And there was like demons in the fog. And the other one was... Do you guys remember Phantasm?
Yeah.
That shit
The
scared
spike ball.
The balls flying
in the
around.
mortuary.
And then it hits. This is what he had to take me out of the theater.
That was a sick movie.
Because it hit the guy in the forehead, and then a drill came out.
Dude, that was a great
drilling
movie.
into this guy's head, and blood is going
everywhere.
everywhere.
I love Phantasm, dude. That was
one of the first, like, super gory.
That was such a unique movie,
scary. Oh, you gotta watch Phantasm.
Yeah, Phantasm.
So that's one that I remember. But if I look at it now, it's stupid. But like at the time, I'm a little kid. It's like that shit was scary. So I don't know.
Here's one.
What?
And you're not going to agree. You probably never even seen it. Eraserhead.
Oh, yeah.
Horror?
Yeah, I'll tell you why it's horror.
Wait, David Lynch's Eraserhead?
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
How?
Have you seen it?
It's like
I haven't
Lawnmower
seen
Man.
it in so long. I need to watch it again. It's been
a fucking
masterpiece.
Not a masterpiece, a nightmare.
Well, in what way? So
I showed it to Kalila. I go, you know David Lynch? Yeah. You know, I go, you watch his first one. He was a student when he made it. She's like, oh yeah. We saw 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And she looks at me and she goes, I think I'm going to vomit. She goes, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I hate it.
But worse in a way because it made you
and she made, you know that baby in it?
Yeah.
She made me that doll as my birthday.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because it impacted her that much.
Wait, explain the story again.
There really is. It's so...
There's no story?
It's literally this,
You know this guy.
It's literally this, dude. It's literally the reason why it's atmospheric.
Huh?
The movie is atmospheric.
It's black and white.
No, but what I'm saying is that when people are conversing, somebody will ask a question, and then the other person won't respond, and there's a 40-second silence, and then they'll start making spaghetti. You know, like it's like weird, like
weird editing.
Like it's what a nightmare is.
Oh.
Right? When you're in a nightmare, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
There's something wrong about it.
I got to see that again.
It's
dude.
like if you
so
saw, it'd be great to see a movie of a family, right? Just a colorful family, and they're just not responding to each other. They're acting in ways that is really bizarre. You know what I mean? Like if they had a dinner table and the man just gets up. I'm just making it up, right? And he just kind of does stands in the corner upside down and just sits,
and no one says anything.
No one says that, and he's there for 4 days.
Yeah,
and people go eat breakfast, and he's still there. And meanwhile, you know, he's like maybe he dies and he's deteriorating, right? And kids are just still playing around and
so it's like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's like a nightmare. Eraserhead.
Do you remember this story?
I
gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it again. It's a
remember.
fucking nightmare, dude.
It's a nightmare.
And another one that was filmed kind of like that was Elephant Man.
Oh, that was
to me atmospherically.
You think that's a scary movie?
It's not really a scary movie, but it's atmospherically. I remember as a kid watching it. It was really scary.
I was petrified.
Here's one for you. That's like I wouldn't necessarily count it as a scary movie, but I think it's scary elements of it is like Seven. You know?
Seven.
That was just a good movie.
No, but the thing
is more psychological. That's
but here's the thing though. What I enjoyed about this technique I enjoyed in the movie is you only saw the aftermath of the killing.
Right.
So that made it scary because in your mind
you had to
fill in
the blanks.
What got him to this point.
Right.
And so that's what I really
It's not even just that. Is David Lynch's not David Lynch, David Fincher's.
Oh, that's Fincher?
That's Fincher. David Fincher's just his choice. Like when the fat man is tied, his ankles are tied, right? And just you could smell that room
Right.
without being there.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just good movie making.
The walls are wet.
Yes. It's,
Right. You see the veins.
What I'm saying is
I mean, he was a master. That was a masterful directed movie.
Great movie.
I gotta see that again. It's been
masterfully directed.
years.
That's a great
Yeah.
fucking
Is there a
movie,
scene
man.
at the desert where there's a box and then
That's the whole thing. What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
It's been years since
Or
I've seen
even
it. Yeah.
even that one dildo contraption that's a knife.
But check it out. That's what I'm talking about. Like they only showed like the bloody sheet.
Right.
And you didn't see that knife till later.
Right.
And then that made you in the movie go, oh my God, he fucked her with that.
He fucked her with a dildo that was a fucking sword.
And he was forced to. And
Forced
so,
to do it.
in your mind,
And then
you're
that
feeling
actor, I've seen him before, the shaky actor, when he was being interviewed.
That guy's great.
He just, and then he couldn't even get it. Yeah. What a great movie.
All right.
Yeah.
So you would consider that horror?
That's what I'm saying. It's a psychological.
It's atmospheric. Another
Yeah.
one that's atmospheric.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's like whatever genre that would be.
Yeah.
Because I toe the line on these scary movies of what I think is like scary. Because again, a slasher film or like here's an example, like Hostel,
I haven't
Saw,
seen
those
Yeah.
type of movies.
I don't like those.
I don't
movies,
get
man.
scared.
I don't
at those
like that.
movies.
I'm not interested in those.
But
movies, man.
I do like. Oh my God, someone's gonna get their head chopped off, and you're pretending like you don't want to
Yeah.
look, and you're like and you're like
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna throw one in there that I forgot.
Yeah.
Blair Witch, the first Blair Witch project.
fuck them. Okay.
Well, what do you mean?
All right, that was
I
all
like
hype.
that.
No, dude, I went to go see
No.
that movie. I had a headache. You got vertigo watching that movie because it's stupid. That was the first lost footage movie.
Josh,
Oh, I hated
where
that
are
shit.
you? No, but that's
I
the same
hated it.
thing. It's like at the very end, that guy's facing the corner.
Yeah,
you don't
but
know
there
why.
were
He's
people. I had friends of mine who
You
thought that shit was real, and then I said to them, "Oh, so they found them for the MTV Movie Awards?"
you didn't like it, man?
No, it's just because I was sitting.
Huh.
It was hype. And I was sitting in the front because it was all sold out. So imagine like all that fucking moving, you know,
Yeah.
and then you're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you couldn't even enjoy it.
What I liked
I liked it though. I
the
liked
movie
it.
not so
It's
much.
lazy
What I
filmmaking to
liked
me.
about it was the trailer.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw
I don't
the
remember.
tra-
Yeah.
I was in the movie theater
Refresh
watching
my
the
memory.
trailer,
I
and
forgot.
the trailer looked like
It's real.
literal found footage.
Right. It was the first time they had done that,
I'm
like,
like,
commercially.
They
it was
started
great.
that genre.
They
I
started
literally
it.
thought, did they find that?
Oh wow.
What happened? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I really thought
that's
that.
good advertising,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's good
That's what I'm
promotion,
saying.
man.
They made a ton of
Man,
money on
it-
that.
$10,000 I made it for,
Yeah.
and they made millions.
Probably for cheaper.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
But that's up there.
genius.
That's so. There's no good witch horror movies that you like.
Well, you guys like that stupid witch movie.
You don't like that?
Oh my God. You mean when you needed subtitles?
He doesn't like reading.
Oh,
He doesn't
It
like
was a
reading.
good movie,
No.
man.
There was no subtitles. So they needed subtitles. I don't like having to strain to figure out what the fuck people are talking about.
All right.
And there actually were witches in the forest. So that
There
to
was that
me,
one witch in the forest. She was cryptic, man.
I know, but what
you
I'm
don't
saying
see her
is,
until like the middle.
in
Of
the end of the movie, the people were right. They shouldn't have been. It should have been that they were crazy. It turns out that they needed to be in the fucking forest to get away from these witches. I don't know. I just didn't like that one.
But you liked
It wasn't. I didn't like the how it was filmed. I thought it was lazy. The sound was terrible. You know, I didn't think it looked that great. And then I just want to hear what's going on, man. You know what I'm talking about. The one guy was
I like
talking,
the
and you were
movie.
like,
I like the movie.
yeah, but it wasn't a masterpiece like this fucker said. He's like, it was
I
a
didn't say masterpiece.
Yes, you did.
I said masterpiece.
Yes, you did.
I said I liked the movie a lot.
Now you're saying
What
it
about
at the time?
what about the sci-fi ones like Aliens?
Love those.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Would that be considered
That's just a great movie,
horror?
man.
Yes, I think so.
I think so too.
I think that, but the second one was like an action movie.
No, it's sci-fi horror.
Second one's more action movie.
I love
But the
Aliens
first
too.
one
is more horror.
is a horror
for
movie.
sure.
What, the first one?
Yes,
I'll
yes,
tell you
yes.
why.
Yeah, I
Why?
totally agree.
When Ian Holm, is that his name?
Yeah. No.
He played Bilbo Baggins in the first.
Aaron, look that up.
Yeah.
IMDb first alien.
his name
He's
Ian
right.
Holm?
Yes, Ian Holm. Yeah.
What? Ian
Yeah,
Holm.
Okay.
Ian Holm played. You see the Lord of the Rings movies, right?
Yeah.
He played Bilbo Baggins.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was the android.
Yes.
That android was
That's
scary,
when the
dude.
android
Oh.
was malfunctioning.
He was like
That was scary.
And
When they were killing.
and every time the cat, you knew the cat.
Oh,
every time
right,
the cat was like,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
you knew some shit.
And then the casting
Oh,
was great.
Harry
too.
Dean
Harry
Stanton.
Dean Stanton looked
Harry
really
Dean
like
Stanton,
a
yeah.
fucking a cargo worker.
Well,
Yeah.
dude, when that
In
first,
casting, the casting is.
But when when the alien first popped out
Oh
that
my
first time,
God.
that was just like I was like,
So
what is
visceral.
happening?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
got to be one of the best movies ever, right?
Yeah,
it
Aliens
really
was
is.
That was
Great
really
movie.
It was
good, man.
really great, and then
Really
it just
good.
went off the rails after that. After
Yeah.
Aliens 2, it was just off the
That
rails.
was entertaining, though, man.
Aliens
Just
3
because
was
of
a
Bill
big.
Paxton.
Did you guys see
Who-
Alien
wait,
4?
wait, who-
With Winona Ryder. Did you see that one?
Yeah. Who directed 3? Who directed 3?
I don't know, but it
Fincher.
was terrible.
Fincher.
Oh, it was terrible.
Fincher did.
But do you know why?
It's her fault because she was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. And she made herself get killed. And then that's why the 4 story was so weird because
Yeah,
she realized,
yeah,
oh, God,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
going to really
yeah.
make
Yeah.
that kind of money anymore. So let
Yeah.
me do another one.
But that was David Fincher's first movie, and he got fucked. You know why? They fired the director, and
Yeah.
he came in halfway during it.
Yeah. He had a hard
So he
task.
was a piece of
yeah.
shit.
Oh, he had to
Right?
fix, you
And
can't
David
fix. The
Fincher-
foundation's already done.
Yeah, David Fincher's like,
Well, what am I supposed to do with
yeah,
this?
so he had a rocky start.
Yeah,
but
I still didn't like it.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I didn't like that one. But 1 and 2 were like some of the best. That's the best 1 and 2. After
Yeah.
The Godfather 1 and 2,
Mhm.
Aliens 1 and 2 are the
I
second.
loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Omen 1 and 2 also.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Omen
I
1
mean, the
and 2,
Omen 1
yeah.
and
let's
2.
wrap it up by talking about the future, and let's talk about Jordan Peele.
Okay, yes. That's
Get out.
I
Get
like that.
out.
Okay, listen, this is an unpopular opinion, but I was not a huge fan of Get Out, only because to
What?
me, can I explain
All
why?
right, all
Can I
right.
explain why. I love the movie. The movie's like a great, but to
Yeah.
me, it's like the scarier movie would be black people taking over white people. Like that's a scarier movie. Rich white people taking over and becoming black. I get why they had to live in the forest. Okay, because you're not gonna, no matter how much money you have in the real world, you're still gonna be black. Okay, so you're not gonna get the benefits of being a rich old white person. So I don't know. So for black people, which is why he made the movie, and I totally get. It's like this is a horror movie for minorities. So I get that part of it.
But they're
But for mass appeal,
But they're
if you-
transferring the white brain. I mean, yeah, they were transferring that into the black body,
Yeah.
too, as well. They needed to be out there for the experiment.
No, they're out there in the forest, dude, because they can't live as
Right.
a young black dude.
It was their own like utopia. Yeah. Their own utopia.
That's why
Yeah,
they were
I
living
get
in the
that.
forest. You know?
I like the movie though, man. I thought
I did,
I
too.
thought it was a unique story, man.
Yeah, I did too. And he has this new one coming out, Us.
Yeah.
And it
Dude,
just
that
looks
looks
like
dope.
But it's for me personally, what I like, and it's the same thing of like which is great for Asian people, is that there are already a lot of really great Asian made movies
Yeah.
that are like masterpieces.
Yeah.
You know, but there isn't a lot of that for black people. There isn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jordan's
yeah.
making that happen.
He's going like,
he's making it
let's
happen
just
right
make
now.
a horror movie and it's starring black people.
That's great.
And that's great. And it's just like that's that part of it I love.
Here's
dude.
another. I have to defend Jordan a little
Go
bit
ahead.
too.
You don't have to defend him. I'm just saying. Look, let me restate my point here.
Yeah.
For mass appeal for people out there watching,
Yeah.
I think that you really want to scare white people.
Yeah.
then that's how you scare them. You like where black people
But
are taking over
that
white people.
movie wasn't for white people.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Right.
And that's what I liked about
for
it.
once, because most.
That's
if
what
you
I like
think
about it.
If you think about movies in general, most of them throughout the history of time
Are made
is
for
made
white
for
people.
white people.
Yes, they're made for white people.
And
to
us
consume and
minorities,
enjoy.
we have to, because imagine all the storylines that we've seen growing up were generally in the point of view of
Yeah.
white people.
Yeah.
And then as minorities, we have to somehow, you know what I mean?
Pretend like
that we get it or whatever. We do,
Oh.
because a lot of them has to do with the human condition and we're
Yes,
all
yes,
human
yes.
beings.
Wow, yeah,
but still, they have that.
But in the same way, though,
Like if you look at a movie like E.T. and you saw that suburban house, it's believable the way, you know, it's messy and kids running around. But that's not what my house looked like.
Yeah.
We had fucking octopuses hanging from the
rice cooker,
rice
freaking
cooker, and it
cooking
was just like-
squid.
right. And so we have to kind of go. It's two things we have to do
Yes.
when we watch a movie.
or even we watched anything, like we're watching Friends, and we just have to imagine, like
I know.
we have to
Yeah,
imagine,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I guess I can,
relate to
I
that,
can relate.
yeah.
I'll somehow try to
But
find
how
a relate.
great it is that Jordan is the voice. Isn't it great that Jordan is
I
the
know,
voice
and what's
now?
great about it is it's bled into
I'm
other
hyped about
areas, like the Spider-Verse. Like, here's a kid. His
Yeah.
dad's black. His mom's Puerto Rican.
That was a great
He
movie.
lives. He
Dude,
lives
that
in
was a good
Brooklyn.
movie. I like.
You know,
Did you
and
see it?
Yeah, it was great.
It was a great movie.
You don't even think about it.
I loved it.
went into that movie
You didn't like it?
for a year.
What
They
to
to play that Asian kid in it.
Oh.
For a year, I went to
man.
Disney, and 6-hour sessions.
Really?
Yeah, and they were even trying to manipulate my voice to sound younger. Oh God, I didn't get it.
It was. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, why'd you bring that up?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it was okay.
Oh,
But I'm just saying,
No.
get back to
Okay.
Jordan.
Okay.
It was a great movie.
Dude,
But Jordan, can I just say anything about
Go,
Jordan?
killing
go,
it.
go.
He's
Is
killing
that
it.
he, he was considerate of doing maybe Akira,
That would have been dope. That would
right?
have been the
And
best.
he wanted to do an all Asian cast.
Uh-huh. And they said
And I
no.
guess the powers that be were like,
They said no.
right?
Yeah, they said no.
And I just, we need more people like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there needs to be
We
100
need more people
Jordans,
like him.
Well, you know what I have to say? This is something that that people don't want to accept in their brain because they've somehow compartmentalized their head. That like when you see Asian, like if it's a kung fu movie,
Yeah.
like for some reason, like we've conditioned ourselves to be like, well, that's Asian, it's kung fu. But what we don't realize is like the original Superman was an Asian guy. You know
Who?
Bruce Lee in those type of movies.
Oh, right.
It was one of the first times you had like.
Well, Enter the Dragon.
This is the first time it's like
Game of
here's
Death.
a guy, just a normal guy,
135 pound
you know,
dude. Like,
and
go,
then when
like,
you watch these movies now, like for instance, which we'll talk about next time we do this, it's like the guy from The Raid and those type of movies, like that shit is.
Oh, that movie was.
The guy is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't care
that's that
who you.
tie.
I don't care
That's
who
that
you
tie.
are.
Yeah.
When you
yeah.
watch it, you like this motherfucker's bad.
He's
Yeah,
a badass.
This is a badass dude.
Yeah.
And what there's a disconnect. Like when you put kung fu in something, there's a disconnect between the actor and what they're doing. And that's what Hollywood trained us to do. As
Yeah.
opposed to like when you see like, John Wick, it's like, it's okay. Oh, here's just a white guy doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
You just accept it. You just accept it.
But then it's like, but I think that
So
like,
you saying that's conditioning?
I think it is from the beginning.
So
Like I
that's-
saw a
Oh.
trailer for the original Enter the Dragon. Okay, and what they made the white guy the star. You got to look it up on YouTube. The original trailer for that movie is Bruce Lee wasn't the star because they didn't think an Asian guy can carry a movie. Okay,
That's Bruce Lee, dude.
yeah. Now we know it's Bruce Lee, but at the
Oh,
time they didn't
man.
realize what a megastar he was
He
going to
did
become.
so much, man. He just.
But it's like we have to
man.
like accept. So I wish he would have done that.
Yeah.
But I think we're there now. I think we're there now.
No,
I
we
think,
just need more voices.
you know,
Yeah.
I just thought about a good idea then. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
For what, a podcast?
No, a movie. We do a mega podcast. Me, you, Theo Von, Brian Callen, right? Dalia, everyone. Cabin. And then
And it turns into a zombie movie.
not a zombie, but like some sort of horror movie.
I like it. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Then it turns
doing
into
like
a horror
it
movie.
turns into a horror
dude, that
movie.
would be great.
That'd be fun, right? Yeah. And then at the
That
end,
would be
you know who
great.
comes?
Andrew Santino has to die first.
Yeah.
Like he goes out into
you know
the
who saves
forest.
us at the end?
What?
Joe Rogan.
Oh, he saves us.
yeah.
He just comes in. He's
comes
like a
in with-
general. He comes in with the army.
That's a comedy.
Yeah. It's a comedy horror movie.
Comedy horror.
Yeah. It's a comedy horror movie.
We would have patent that right
Yeah.
now. All right.
No,
this
Mark
is-
Maron dies first.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. Mark Maron dies first.
Eric, are
That's
you
a hard-
satisfied with
I'm
what we
more than
did?
satisfied.
Are you
Guys,
happy?
we're going to continue to do this.
Are we gonna do this monthly?
We're going to try to do it monthly, and we're going to make it more bigger than this. But right now,
How
you
long
see
did
this
we
on.
just
We're
do?
gonna-
Huh?
How long was this?
least
Aaron, where are we at? Hour 24.
That was
Beautiful.
Past an hour.
Look at that.
I thought I fizzled out at the end.
Yeah, it kind of
Well,
lost.
you're fine.
Yeah,
We're
my
gonna,
mind.
don't worry, I'm going to
Yeah.
cut out some things.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
cut
it's
some
still-
things. There's some dead space.
Yeah. Oh, are you gonna edit it?
Yeah,
There was
okay,
some- there was some dead-
yeah.
There was some dead space.
There wasn't any dead space.
Yeah, I said a couple of things that weren't good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to cut those things out.
All right.
Like, I have to cut this out, talking about the things we're going to cut out.
All right. So
And, guys, thank
Oh,
you.
wait.
This was.
Before we end it,
Uh-huh.
can we, as a collective, come up with a name if we continue to do?
We're going to continue to do it.
Yeah, but
we're
like,
going to
I'm gonna-
branch off and be our own thing.
Yeah.
So what should it be
yeah.
called? You know?
yeah, we're thinking about. We're gonna do a thing, a monthly
movie,
thing.
Just the three.
The three of us, right? And you want to go racial on it? I don't think we should.
Racial?
Yeah, two gooks and
I never.
yeah.
I never.
Yeah, everything that you pitch.
Never once.
Everything you
said
pitch is
anything.
like yeah.
Well, Eric G and Deuce Lee was cool, but
I
we'll come up with a different one.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
No, it's. We'll
Oh,
think of
whatever. We'll come
something.
up
think
with
of
it.
something,
We'll
yeah.
come up
You
with
know?
it.
You know, it's like.
Don't
the-
make it racial though.
Yeah, no, let's just do it like a
Well,
general
you know they're
word.
remaking Goonies, but they're calling it Gookies.
All right.
Gookies. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Listen to TigerBelly. My brother has a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
SteeBeeWeeBee.
SteeBeeWee Show.
Yeah,
Camera
tune
on me,
into the
Aaron.
SteeBeeWeeBee
Tune
show.
into SteeBeeWeeBee.
YouTube.com/SteeBeeWeeBee. SteeBeeWeeBee.
Okay, then no
He
one's
just
gonna
makes
get
it
that. I'll
so
put it on the
complicated.
screen.
Yeah.
Jesus
Stevie
Christ.
Weeby. Yeah. Oh, can you put a?
I'm gonna put it on the screen
in the
'cause-
description.
Yes, it'll be in the description. And then TigerBelly. This is my good buddy Bobby Lee. These actually are two of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Nobody
we had
fights
fun.
like this unless you love each other.
Did we fight?
We just have a thing. It's fine. You know, people love it. And then that was that. So next time we're probably going to discuss kung fu movies, and send us messages about movies that you think you want us to talk about. And we're going to do this regularly, like I said, once a month at least for now until we make it big. It's going to be big, y'all. But anyway, this has been Riffin with Griffin. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.